Okay, this is C1, June 2015 on the binomial theorem. So we're just writing the first four terms of this to the power of 8. So we're going to use Pascal's triangle. I've already written here up to 8 rows because the power of 8. So this is the 8th row and we're using the first four terms. The first term starts with a 1 from Pascal. Times by the first term to the power. Don't worry about the second one. Then we're going to do, next one is 8. So it's 8 times the first term. Power decreases, so that comes 7. And then we also have the second term there to the power of 1. Next number is going to be 28. 1 decreases to a 6, and then the second one increases to a squared, and the next one is going to be 56. 1 decreases to a 5, and the second one increases to a cubed. Okay, working this out, this is going to give us 1. 8 times 1 to the 7 is 8. Times by minus 8x is going to give us minus 8x all over 2. 28 times 1 to the 6 is 28. Minus x squared gives you plus. So that'll be plus 28x squared. 2 squared gives us 4. Don't forget to square the top and the bottom here. This one here then, 56 times 1 to the 5 is 56. Minus x cubed gives you minus x cubed. So that's minus 56x cubed. 2 cubed gives you 8 there. Simplifying this then, we're going to do 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 56 divided by 8 is minus 7x cubed. And there's your answer for part A. Okay, part B then says, the first two terms in expansions was a different one this time, of 2 plus ax to the end. The first term is 32 and the second term, so we've got first term is 32 and the second term is minus 240x. Okay, find the values of n and the value of a. So I'd start off first. I don't know how many rows there are, but we know that every row of Pascal starts with the number 1. So I know I'm going to start with a 1. So for the first one, I'm going to start with a 1. Then you always times it by the first number to the power of whatever this. It'll be to the power of n. And we know that our first term from the question is 32. So 2 to the power of n is 32. Then you think 2 to the power of what is 32? So you've got 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So 2 to the power of 5. So n is 5 there, because 2 to the power of 5 will give you 32. So we found n. Then what I would do to get the second is go back up to this and replace the n with what we found. So now we've got 2 plus ax, replacing the n with the 5, is what we're going to expand. And we're going to do it for the second one. So for the second, we now know we're using row 5 of Pascal's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second one starts with a 5. So we end up with 5 times by the first term. Now this is row 2, so the first term is going to be 1 less than this. Okay, so remember the first one always goes to the power. The second term always goes to 1 less than this. So it'll be 2 to the power of 4. And then we times it by the second term there. So let's just go back through that. 5 comes from Pascal's triangle. Then we always do the first term to 1 less than the power for the second part. Okay, like up here, remember the second one is 1 less than the power there. So working this out then, it'll be 5 times 16, which is going to be 80, times by ax. And remember, the second one is minus 240x. So we put that equal to minus 240x. Then what we can do, because we're going to x in both parts, we can cancel those out. So we're left with 80a equals minus 240. So a is minus 240 over 80, which is minus 3.